Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you to our witnesses for being here today, and to all of our military and our veterans. We wouldn't have a country without our men and women. Thank you for your service. As we mourn our veterans, as we mourn our losses, we need to make sure we live a life worthy of their sacrifice. We got to finish the job, and we're all about teamwork. One of the big concerns for me is the quality of life for our military active duty in your AO. So I will be asking you some questions eventually about that. But I'll start off with General Grinkwich. Given that the world has become a more volatile place, there's still a need for rapid response in the United States. I'm curious about how the combatant commands plan to respond.
So, Congressman, thanks for the question. You know, in U.S. European Command, we have a number of response forces that are on call. As I mentioned in my opening statement, I consider us a power projection platform. So those response forces are not just for our use inside of Europe, but for power projection into Africa or into the Middle East. And I'm confident that our men and women are able to respond extremely rapidly. Having those forward positioned does give us a geographical advantage. It just decreases the distance we might have to cover and gives the President much more flexible options.
Given the reduction in force in Europe, how has the requirement evolved in your AR with regard to forces like the U.S. Marine Corps?
So the requirement hasn't evolved at all. We maintain a standing requirement for Marine capabilities. I can go into precisely what that is, but I would say across European Command, AFRICOM, and CENTCOM, there's no better force than U.S. Marines for some of the immediate crisis response that we might need. We have continued to advocate for that capability in our Tri-Command region.
I often hear the comment of the Marine Corps say we need more amphibious ships, so we're doing our best here in this committee to help support that effort. Secretary Zimmerman, Allied burden sharing has been a great priority for this administration, and the President's efforts have rightfully spurred our NATO allies to spend more on their own militaries. What tools do you have at your disposal to further position European allies to meet NATO capability targets?
Congressman, I appreciate that question because it's not just spending; it's what you're spending on and what capabilities you are developing. I'm pleased to say that EUCOM, and General Grinkwich knows this intimately, is engaged with all the NATO allies to take a close look at what their key capabilities are and to ensure that they are focused on those areas. And my team as well in our engagements is laser focused on the capability targets. I'll just mention one more thing, if I may, which is the issue of readiness. Because a lot of these countries may have a unit or an asset that looks good on a spreadsheet, but also needs to be combat credible as well. And so we're asking that question too.
What areas still require U.S. leadership or industrial capacity that Europe cannot yet replace?
Congressman, that analysis is very important, and I understand it is ongoing right now. And perhaps I could ask the General to speak to this.
Congressman, there's some things, as President Trump has said, that the U.S. makes the best in the world. So air defense capability, we make the best in the world. That's one where European capacity just simply isn't there yet. Our fighter fleet and some of our shipbuilding is absolutely essential. So there's some shared production capability, but those are a couple of the areas that I would highlight.
And this is a question for either one. How many countries have reached that 5% contribution mark?
I think, and this is a dynamic situation. I think right now we're at 2, but what we really care about is the path to get there. They committed to 5% by 2035, so we count it a positive thing if they are on that trajectory.
That makes sense. And just curious, out of those 2, has anyone exceeded that 5%?
Yes, Lithuania and Estonia might be right on the edge. And General, do you have information on that?
Yeah, this year, I think that's right, Secretary Zimmerman. Next year, I project it'll be 5 or 6 allies that meet that. Poland was just below the 5% as an example last year, so I anticipate they'll exceed it this year.
With regard to quality of life for our troops overseas in your AO, have you heard of any of these NATO countries actually building barracks and helping our troops with quality of life?
Yes, sir, absolutely. We've got several nations that have already started executing that, Lithuania being one of them. All of the Baltics have made offers to do some of this work and have started building, if not facilities for the troops, facilities that we can operate out of, and the Poles have indicated a willingness, along with a few others.
Well, the last question is, how can this committee better support your efforts?
Congressman, I'm extremely thankful for everything that the committee's done. I think, there's a couple of initiatives that we're working with our policy teammates on. Some of that is related to pre-positioned stocks and what the right amount is to allow rapid response and give the president more options in the event of a crisis. So those are some of the areas I'd ask for help.
Gentleman's time